Hello viewers, welcome to CodeForAny. Foodybite's apps inside. Today we need to develop this here, the find friends UI screens. We need to developing here. First of all, we need to see these designs inside the XD files. Now we need to open this here, the XD files, and look like this UI. We need to developing inside the Flutters. How to create? First of all, we need to go inside here the screens and to find out here the screen folders inside the home folders, and we need to create this here the new files and to give this here the name find friends screen dot dots like this. We need to creating this here the names we need to write here, and then after we need to create here the stateful widgets. We need to develop here, need to give this here the name find friend screens, and we need to import this here the material dependency. Now we need to create here the scaffold and to create here the app bars. Yesterday we need to develop this here the category list screens. Inside we need to same UI we need to develop here. Now we need to copy this here and we need to paste here for this app bar. So need to setting like here the configurations and remove this here the titles. Import this here the color extensions like here, and we need to save this here. Now we need to change this here the titles of the screens. We need to change this here the find friend like here. So we need to set this here the titles, and how to open the screens. We need to go here and click any here the users. Otherwise need to see all my friends. We need to see click on here and to opening this here the screens. Now we need to go inside the home tabs and to find out here the friend sections, and inside we need to write down here the context dot push extension methods. We need to call this here. If you not see here the second video, please first of all the see second video. Inside they explain how to write down here this here the push extension method, how to write in details. We need to explaining this here. Now we need to use this here the context dot push extension methods. Inside we need to call these screens. We need to give this here the name find friend screens. We need to given this here and to save this here and to click on this and look like this here the opening this here this screen here. Now we need to inside we need to writing here the code. First of all, we need to write down here the body of the screens. We need to write here. So we need to create here the create here scroll view. We need to develop here because we need to two sections. We need to draw here. That's why I need to creating here the scroll view to develop here single child scroll like here. So we need to put this here. Create here the childs inside. We need to creating this here the columns. We need to develop here like here. Now first of all we need to making this here the sections. We need to develop here for this UI. We need to give this here the context and suggestions. We need to set here. First of all we need to write down here the containers. We need to set create here the decorations, box decorations, set here the colors. We need to set this here the color codes as we need to set for this UI. Primary colors with T color primary dots with alpha opacity. You need to set this here the 0.05% like here's for these colors, and we need to give this here the width. We need to give this here the max. We need to max fit set here, and height also need to give this here the fixed height. So we need to set this here the 55. We need to set this here and save this here and look like this similar to show here. Inside we need to give this here the padding is most important part of this UI. We need to set here the padding const edges inset symmetric. Need to give this here the horizontals as I need to set this here the 20, and verticals need to set this here the 10s and save this here, and we need to create here the containers. We need to give this here the alignment. We need to set this here the alignment center left. We need to set here like here, and we need to create here the childs and to give this here the text. We need to set inside the context. We need to give this here the title, and we need to set this here the styles text styles, and we need to set here the colors. We need to set here the T color primary text. We need to put here and set here the font size. We need to set here the 16, and we need to save this here and look like this show. We need to not use here the secondary text colors. We need to use this here secondary text, save here, and similar to designs here showing here the context. Now Another content need to develop here the containers for the second section. So need to develop here. Give this here the suggestion like here for the screen names. Fix this here the typo and look like this here the showing here. Now need to draw here the list view. Need to develop here. First of all, need to give this here the list view builders with separators. We need to give this here set here. Use this here the context indexed and to return this here the row like here. Return this here and then after need to develop here the separators. We need to draw here indexed and we need to return this here the size boxed. Give this here the height. We need to set this here the 8 and need to set this here the 5 like here. Is appropriate design. So need to set this here the for is good. Like we need to creating here and here make a mistakes. We need to physics or get set const never scroll physics we need to set and sync grab need to set here the true like here. Save here maybe back is not possible. Go so need to restart here. See all friends and look like this here the showing here. Now we need to create here the row. You need to develop here. First of all, making here the widgets inside the need to create here the common widgets, new files, and we need to give this here the name and row dot dots. Create here the stateless widgets and to give this here the name and row like set here. Import this here the material dependency and now need to go inside the print screens and we need to cut this here this data and to replace this here the screen name need to give this here the parent row need to configure here for the screen like here save here and we need to put this here this code inside here the screen. We need to set here the child need to convert into the size box and to give this here the fixed height so need to set this here the 60 like configures here. Now, first of all, we need to set this here the image for the users. We need to configure here. So we need to set here the image assets. We need to give this here the fixed image for this UI. Need to find out here the image for the friend, copy relative path, and we need to paste this here and we need to set this here the width. We need to set here the 55 and height also need to give this here the 55 and we need to give this here the fit as a box fit covers. We need to set this here box fit dot covers like here. So we need to write down here and most important parts we need to clip our rect width rect and we need to give this here the border radius. We need to set this here as a 15. So we need to configure this here the 25 maybe 13 needs because we need to give this here 55. We need to decrease this here set here the 50 and 25 we need to set here look like this here. Save this here and show like here. Now we need to go inside the screens and to give this here the spreading here. Set here the context and we need to give this here the symmetric horizontal. So we need to set this here the 20 and vertical. So we need to give this here the 15. Look like this here the showing to designs. Maybe we need to increase this here the 17 and here set here 60 and 30. Increase this here the image size. Now this is are the setting here. Now we need to create first of all the follow and unfollow buttons we need to develop here. So we need to check this here the round buttons. We need to check here the tabs which tabs and primary and line buttons. We need to create here. First of all, the give this here the button expanded, extended, and we need to create here the column. Create here the childs, and we need to give this here the cross axis element. We need to set this here the start like here. Now need to develop here the buttons follow, unfollow. So need to create here the round button like here. Need to set here the press event, press like here. Set here the title. I need to set here the follow like here, and to save this here and show like here. So maybe we need this here the fix size. We need to set here for this UI. Need this here. Check here any property for the width. Yes, here need to remove here. Control Z. Set here the width. We need to configure this here the width as a 18 like here, and also need to set this here the height. We need to set here the 40, and similar to UI we need to set this here the follow buttons like here, and need to set this here the username. First of all, need to set here the text static names. We need to give this similar to design, so we need to put here. Then after, so need to set this here the style, text styles, set here the color, t color, primary text, and font. We need to give this here the font size. We need to setting this here the 16 like here, save here and show like this here. Maybe we need to give this here the minimum size, set here minimum, look like this here. Need to increase this here the padding with paddings. Need to set here the 15 for this UI, and set here the const value, and also increase this here the font 17 and font weight. Set here the 700 for the bold font. Need to configure here, and maybe we need to set here like this here. Maybe need to set here 500 less bold. Need to set here and another's, and need to give this here the review count. So need to configure here 50 reviews given this here reviews, and secondary text need to set here the 13 and regular font. Save here, and similar to show here, need to give this here the some height space. Need to set here the for comma and context. We need to set this here save and show like here 6 years, and showing like here. Maybe need to set here the 35 like here. Now we need to need its information. We need to needs here. We need to give this here the final void callback on press event. We need to click here, give this here, and after we need to give this here bool value is follow. By default, we need to set here the false. Need to import here. Add these parameters is follow. Need to write down here is follow. Then like this set titles unfollow like here. If not, then unfollow, follow, and then follow like here. So need to configure this here. Same as we need to set these conditions of the type button. Round button types primary and line we need to set here, and set here like here unfollow and follow. Save here, and we need to give pass this here the value. You need to configure this here on press event like here, and another we need to remove this here the const value, and we need to set this here the is follow. need to count as a indexed mode 2 equal to 0, and follow unfollow look like this here the show. Maybe you need to set here similar to designs, you need to showing here for this UI. Same as you need to copy this UI for the suggestions, you need to put this here, and you need to paste this code here and to increase this here the 10, and look like this here the show for this UI for suggestions. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channels and press the notification bell icon. You can get every new video notifications and awesome content. If you have any questions, so please write down the comment sections. I will help you and sort out your issue. Everyone have a nice day. Goodbye and take care.